Hello, Dragons. Okay, right. I'm Janani Prabhakaran and I'm 24 years old, and I saw a common traveler's problem and I found an innovative way to solve it, and I can't wait to present it to the Dragons. Going to the Den, I would really be interested to have Stephen Bartlett because I think he'll get the business, he's tech savvy, and it's a cool sort of marketing angle as well that he could bring to the business. I have prepared thoroughly, pitched quite a few times, and I'm ready to take on the questions as well.
But if things don't go to plan, Janani could distract the Dragons with her dance moves.
I'm not just a founder, but I'm also a trained Indian classical dancer for about 18 years now. So, yeah. Hello, Dragons. I'm Janani Prabhakaran, founder of Unbaggaged, and I'm here seeking £80,000 for 10% of my company. Picture this. You have just checked out of your Airbnb with plenty of bags and nowhere to put them. Perhaps you're carrying your expensive set of golf clubs or a baby stroller. It's tiring and can ruin the last day of your fabulous trip. I absolutely love traveling, and I face the exact same problem on most of my trips. Unbaggaged is an on-demand luggage storage platform that picks up, stores, and returns your bags wherever you want in the city. Simply put, we are Uber for your bags. Go onto our website and input where, when, and how many bags need to be picked up and stored, and let our network of transport and storage partners do the work. We charge £10 per bag per day in addition to the transportation costs. Our optional passenger shuttle service allows users to be taken elsewhere once their bags are picked up or returned to them. Our target market are short-term rental properties like Airbnb, who receive over 1 billion guests globally. We launched in 2021 in the UK's second most visited city, Edinburgh. Since then, we have stored over 1,700 plus bags, have 475 short-term rental properties, promoting our service against a commission. Any support would really take the baggage off my shoulders. Thank you very much.
An on-demand collection and drop-off service for travellers and their luggage is the offering from Janani Prabhakaran. She's seeking £80,000 in exchange for a 10% share in her tech startup. And the problem that Janani's attempting to address appears to have struck a chord with Deborah Meaden.
So, baggage storage, but without me having to stand in a queue, because actually it's funny you should say Edinburgh, because I have been that person. We Airbnb'd for the festival, and of course you've got to get out at whatever time, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I went and stood in the queue at the train station to put my bags in. What did I pay for that? Remind me.
At the left luggage,
yes,
usually about 20 to 25 pounds, depending on your size limit and also how many bags you have.
Right. OK, so this is competitive.
It is competitive, so we charge £10 per bag. There's no limit, so you can store a golf bag or a baby stroller or just anything, really. OK. I presume you've got quite a few... I mean, you've got to have premises for a start. You've got to actually have somewhere to store the bags. Not really. So we outsource that to storage spaces who make extra money off the extra space. So we pay them about £3 and we take £7. And we
OK, so talk me through that business model, the financial model. So I pay £10 for a bag. What are the elements of your part of that and how much do they cost?
Yes, so the transfer costs are passed on to the customer, so we don't take any cut on that right now. And we pay the storage partner £3 as a commission per bag, and we take £7.
Right. What other elements are there in the business, though? What comes out of that £7 that your gross profit?
Out of that, if it is through our affiliates, they get paid about £5 as a commission per booking.
Right, so that leaves you with £2. And what's that got to pay for?
So the £2, we put 50p aside for insurance as well, so we make about £1.50.
OK, and then what else have you got to pay for?
So currently, I take about £1,000 as salary, and we don't invest in any marketing at the moment. So 90% of our sales just comes from our affiliates.
Well, that's great at the moment, but presumably you're seeking investment because you want this business to grow. And I think what I'm more interested then is in what it's going to look like going forward, because at the moment there just isn't enough money in it for you to promote the business properly, to get enough people to know about you, and to you to pay your salary. There's nowhere near enough. So how does that business model change going forward?
So in the next 12 months, we want to scale to at least 3 or 4 cities, and we are aiming for about 200 bookings per city, which will give us about 1,000 bags. And the more cities we are in, the more users can use us multiple times, and the retention will increase as well. And that's when we start making profit out of the business.
Janani, what's your background?
So I came to UK to do my undergrad degree in Scotland in entrepreneurship. And before I graduated, I came across Unbaggaged. I loved the idea and I thought that the market really needs it. And I just immediately jumped on doing it. So when I graduated, I became an entrepreneur immediately.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
And have you got any business partners or anything?
No, I don't. It's just me.
Okay, so you've left university studying a really great degree in a great part of the country, and you've immediately pursued the path of building a tech company. What do your friends and family and all of that think of you?
Well, my father's an entrepreneur himself, so he's very supportive of it. And for me personally, it's just, if I don't take a risk at this point, or like just get into it and experience the real world of entrepreneurship, I feel like I'll never get to do it again.
Janani,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, we have so many people who will say, oh, I had this idea for a business, but then don't actually do anything with it. And you're actually doing something with it. And I just want to get my head around, when Deborah was pushing you on the understanding the breakdown of the £10 you get, at one point you said £5 of that went to an affiliate. So is my understanding that, for example, the Airbnb company or whoever, where they would recommend your service, and in return you'd pay them a £5 commission?
Yes. So how our affiliate partnership works is that if you run an Airbnb, we sign you up to it, you will receive your personalized voucher code, say, you know, Deborah 10%, something like that. And then when they go to the checkout, they put that code, and we will identify that we got a booking from this particular affiliate, and we pay them £5 at the end of the month.
So actually it's costing you more than what you declared to Deborah, because you are having to give the end user 10% discount.
Yeah.
So out of your £10, you've paid £5 to the affiliate, you've paid £3 for the storage, you've given them 10% off, so there's another £1 gone. Then you've got 50p for insurance. So we're now only making like 50p profit.
That's right.
So the thing that concerns me is you're working on such tiny, tiny margins that literally every penny of that £10 you're getting from the customer is really important.
Okay.
And I worry that you're not going to be able to get the numbers tied up in this business.
Okay.
Janani, I've got a daughter of 24, and I know she's at the crossroads. What does she want to do? And I can help her, but I'm allowing her to find her own level, because we all have to have beginnings. But your beginning actually is far more advanced than an average 24-year-old. You were grilled quite a lot by my fellow dragons about profitability, but that's easy to change, because you could quite easily say, look, this is a service, that's a pickup service, a delivery service, it's £30 a bag or 2 for 50. If you pitch it at the right level, this can be profitable.
I do agree, but right now we are going with these prices because we want to price match with the competition and actually want users to use us. So that's the primary goal here for now.
Look, the fact that you've thought about this and you've thought about the problem, that's your biggest tick. But I would relook at this and say, how do I create a premium service and charge for it? Don't be afraid to tweak the model. But I mean, today, it's not investable for me. And I'm out.
So, for me, the kind of secret sauce of successful businesses that we see here in the Den is when someone can show you there is this problem and I've got that solution. You've ticked that. Fantastic. The problem is that solution to that problem isn't a profitable business model. It might be that you need to triple the prices, to Tuka's point. I know you don't want to, you want to be competitive. You don't have to be competitive if you're offering a premium service. When you're bringing a product to market, you either have to be better than the competition or cheaper than the competition. You're trying to do both. Don't need to do both. So I can't invest and I'm out, but I want to wish you all the best.
Thanks for the advice, Sarah.
I'm gonna tell you where I am. And I kind of wish you hadn't asked for 80,000 for 10%, because that is a little bit racy, to say the least. And I'll tell you why it's racy. It's valuing a business at £800,000. And it's a business that hasn't worked its model out yet. And then on top of that, you're going to need more time than I think I personally can give you. So I'm afraid it's that combination. For me, it makes it uninvestable. So sadly, I won't be investing. I'm out.
So I'm sitting here not just thinking of the business, I'm thinking of the entrepreneur that's before me. And I think you are a superb, successful entrepreneur in waiting. However, this is not a business that's investable right at this moment. So for that reason, I'm out. But I wish you the very best.
Janani, I get it. You're in the figure it out phase. I remember at 19 years old launching a business that was taking a similar path forward city by city and trying to expand within those cities, trying to establish product market fit and then scale. And it was only in hindsight that my desire to go from Manchester and then to expand to 7 other cities was actually because Manchester wasn't really working properly. I wish I'd just cracked that first city first. And I think that's what you should actually be doing. You remind me of myself in many ways, but I want to say, I really believe in you. And I wrote down in my diary that I actually think you're going to be sat in this seat one day, whether it's this business or something else. I really believe in you. But I don't think we've quite figured it out just yet. So, I won't be an investor in this business at this stage, so I'm going to say that I'm out.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Janani. I'll see you in my seat one day.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Janani may have failed to bag herself a dragon, but she leaves the Den having picked up some new admirers.
She was great, wasn't she?
Yeah. A dragon in waiting.
But she hasn't worked it out yet.
No.
I didn't get an offer, but all the feedback and kind words that I received from them, definitely a takeaway and a motivation as well.